Alright, it's obvious that that's a bit of hyperbole, but there are some undeniable similarities between Splatoon Raiders and what I want to see from Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, so stick with me here. I love Dragon's Dogma, but while I'm waiting for Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen to come out, I'm actually a little worried that my main save might be over-leveled, so I've kind of shelved it for a little bit and have been playing other games, including the original Dragon's Dogma, which I think I'm going to try to finish a run of that before it comes out. But I have a Switch 2, which is like one of my favorite consoles that has come out ever since the PlayStation 2. And there are some great games coming out. I saw Splatoon Raiders and I was like, I don't know if I'll like this. I'm not really a big fan of the art style. I don't know much about Splatoon, whether there's like lore or something. It's kind of a weird game. Weird soundtrack, weird styling and all that. But I decided, I'm gonna go pick up a physical copy, because if I don't like it, then I can just sell it. I started playing it, instantly kind of fell in love with the gameplay loop. And while I was playing it, I realized oh my gosh, the things that I'm doing in this game are almost the exact same things that I'm expecting to get from Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen. And these are the things. There are three similarities, I think. The one is that the main premise of the game is that you go to different islands, and each island level is like a little mini dungeon. Some of them have multiple levels, so like once you get past the first level, then you dig deeper and go to the second level, to the third level, and on the third level there's this big boss. And it's very challenging to beat. You have to make sure your kit is up to par. But that's the basic premise, is it throws you these wave-based challenges almost. Waves of enemies. Enemies have different abilities, different types. You can counter them, you can evade them depending on your build. But most of the gameplay takes place in this like outdoor arena style combat that Dragon's Dogma 2 really leaned into. Dragon's Dogma 1, for their dungeons, they were pretty tight, very close corridors, and then when you would come to a boss battle, like in the Everfall or even in Bitter Black, there was like an arena, where you can move around a little bit more. And that's what Splatoon Raiders is like. It sends you these waves of enemies. You have to defeat the little enemies, and then you have to defeat the final boss. And it's like frenetic, fast-paced, overwhelming combat, like a mix of kind of Risk of Rain stuff. But as you go through, every time you complete a level, you get this treasure chest full of items. And you pick up items from enemies as well. Sometimes enemies will drop things. And when you get back to your base, your hub level, you can upgrade that gear. You can equip that gear, you can break it down into base parts so that you can use it to upgrade other gear. But the gear that's dropped is RNG based, just like what we're expecting from Dark Arisen 2 or like from Bitter Black Isles. It'll drop randomized gear and then you take it back to get purified, right? Well, in Splatoon Raiders, it's a similar thing. It'll drop this random gear and then you take it back to your base and you examine it and decide whether you're going to upgrade it or not. It's really fun, and it's very addicting because the gameplay loop is fast. Like, I can sit down, I can play for 15, 20 minutes. I can complete like 2 levels, maybe 3 levels. The boss battles are pretty difficult. The first one, took me a while to beat, but there's a timer. There are main bosses that don't have a timer. There's 4 big bosses, and then there's like mini bosses that you'll fight that you only have 90 seconds to beat. But if you go there like when you're under leveled, you're probably not going to beat it in time. You're not going to be able to do enough damage output to beat the boss, and you lose the match. You lose the raid. So it says raid failed, and it sends you back to your hub world, to your base. But the good thing is, it's not punitive. It doesn't punish you for losing. The only thing that you lose is time, right? But you get all the experience and all the gear that you got before you lost. So it's pretty cool. I love that. I don't think Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen is going to do something that easy. Splatoon Raiders does have a very easy entry level to it. And I know Dragon's Dogma, the original Dark Arisen, was like tough as nails. You have to grind in order to make it through Bitter Black. It is like insanely difficult, at least from what I remember. I'm going to go through it again. I haven't done it in a long time. So there are obvious differences between Splatoon Raiders and Dragon's Dogma. Like, they're completely different art styles. Just because they both come from Japan doesn't mean anything. It was just amazing when I was playing it. I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want from Dark Arisen, where I can jump into it, where I can keep playing it, keep getting better gear, leveling up and up and up, and then I'm just able to go back and like replay against bosses, just like in Splatoon Raiders, where you can go back and play on what they call spicy mode, which is like the hard mode version of the same level, where it gives you more enemies, tougher enemies, and different varieties. It's a really cool way to give new life to something that you've already beaten, and I hope that the hard mode that they're bringing with Dark Arisen brings that it looks at the mods that are available right now with the enemy varieties and brings some life and difficulty to the bosses that we've beaten so many times, because I want the game to be replayable. I want it to be as infinitely replayable as Bitter Black is for my original Dark Arisen fans. But I just wanted to share, like, if you're interested in this game, like, pick it up, because as a Dragon's Dogma fan, this game is very fun. I highly recommend it if you have a Switch too. So go ahead and check it out. Maybe do what I did. If you don't like it, buy a physical copy so you can return it, because the digital return policy is not very good on Nintendo. I look forward to making more Dragon's Dogma content. This game is amazing. I'm playing through Dark Arisen right now, so I'm probably going to make some videos on the original just to share my thoughts on that. But if you feel so inclined, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe and whatnot. I read all your comments. I try to respond to them all if I can think of something meaningful to say. Otherwise, just know that I am reading your comments, and I thank you very dearly for each one. It means a lot to me. I'm happy to be part of the community, and I look forward to making more content for you guys. So be kind to one another, go play a good game, delight in the joy of discovery. I'll see you next time. And I don't think I ever got to Damon, but maybe I shouldn't say that because that's embarrassing. I don't think I ever beat Damon. But people are going to say I'm not a true Dragon's Dogma fan because I haven't beat Damon. So I better rectify that so y'all can take me seriously. Oh no. Yeah, I played the base game, but I was deep in college, part-time job, full-time student, working myself to the bone, 18 credit hours a semester, got straight A's, graduated with honors, went to get my master's degree, got a double master's, and I'm very proud of that. So I put games on the back burner for a while, between 2013 and 2018. And then that was around when I first created this YouTube channel, but I was still too busy. I was like, I can't do this right now. A bunch of stuff happened, and then I ended up picking it back up last year and making videos, going serious with it. But anyway.